Hey guys, welcome back to smarttrader. This is Diaspora and thank you so much for all your likes, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. If you're a new viewer, definitely go to our channel and watch all these videos, and if you're liking these videos only, you can hit the subscribe button to be part of this smarttrader family. For the ones who want additional services, always WhatsApp us to 7892652481 is our customer care number. And for the ones who wants to be part of my secret Telegram channel, you can open your account in Upstox, Zerodha or Angel Broking or Alice Blue. Alright, so without wasting time, let's discuss about today's topic. So today's topic is going to be regarding a trailing stop loss. Yes, so for the ones who don't know what is this trailing stop loss, I'm sure you would have heard what is a stop loss. So stop loss is something which will stop your loss basically, and it has a lot of ways of predicting a stop loss. Few people go based on percentage, few people go based on the support and resistance, they use those calculations. Few people go based on their own strategies. Now stop loss is where, for example, you're taking a trade, you're going for, let's say you're buying somewhere and you're expecting the stock to go up for a target. Somewhere you're keeping a loss in the downside, so that if it goes reverse or ulta, it will hit your stop loss and it will stop your losses. So now what is this trailing stop loss? Now trailing stop loss is something which will move. Your stop loss will move. Either you can adjust your stop loss up and down. So that's why we call normally trailing stop loss. So whenever your stock is going up and up, we tend to push our stop loss up and up. All right. So let's see in practical an example for you to understand in a better way. Okay, so now for example, trailing stop loss. For imagine, let's say you took an entry in Reliance, considering good news in Reliance and how we discussed everything. Something good was in Reliance, so you took an entry at this spot, let's say at 1400, or what is this number, 1426. Around this number you took a trade. Now according to you, the Bollinger Band is open up so much only, so the volatility is only so much. So somewhere here you're planning to exit. Okay, at this area you're planning to exit, but I don't want to exit because there is some good news fundamentally and also technically it is looking going up. So can I hold on to my position? So what do I do? For example, you're taking a trade here and you kept a Bollinger Band here as a stop loss. Let's say it went and reached here. Now what you will do, your stop loss was at this level, so it was around 1360. Now what you do, because it reached the upper level, I will keep my middle band as my stop loss. Example, there are different ways of keeping a stop loss, but I'm talking about trailing stop loss. So your target goes up, your stop loss also will move along with you. So now as soon as it reached here, the price reached here, I will modify my stop loss from here and I will type 1468 as my stop loss. What is the advantage? In case later if this one comes down, it will hit my stop loss. Okay, so it will hit my stop loss, so that time at least from the area which I bought and from the area which I sold, at least I'm locking some profit, because you would have seen the stock going above you in intraday also, stock going more than 0.3%, and you'll be waiting, stock went 1-2%. Later part of the day the stock came down, so during this time you would have made a loss instead of booking some profit. So you can lock your profit and keep either in intraday or in positional, you can lock it. Okay, so now let's say it came here, so you had kept your stop loss at this area, let's say somewhere here. So let's say luckily this didn't hit. Now later imagine the stock went up again, so now again you will try to keep your stop loss, let's say in somewhere in this area. Okay, later again it went up, so maybe you're keeping a stop loss at this area, at this support. Okay, so later again it went up, so you're keeping your stop loss at this support. Okay, so maybe today just missed to hit your stop loss, but it is still trading here. Okay, so this is how you can modify your stop loss. So pushing your stop loss in such a way that you can lock some profit in the sense, if it comes suddenly down, it will at least book your sell order over here, so that you bought over here, you sold over here, at least some minimum profits or some profits are already booked. 100% guarantee of this profit. Rest, how much ever let it go up, I keep pushing my stop loss from down and down. So you manually trail your stop loss. Okay, now the technology has advanced so much that when your brokers are giving you an order to trail your stop loss, for example in intraday, this is a Zerodha broker, so if you look at MIS orders, you have stop loss, trailing stop loss. If you go to bracket order, yeah, so bracket order, you see an option called stop loss and then you have a trailing stop loss. So here you can type what this one will do. This order will automatically do what you do manually. I told you manually, I keep updating. This can be done automatically by the system. Now for example, you're taking a quantity and you put a target. Let's say for this you put a 10 rupees stop loss and a 10 rupees target. Now imagine the stock went up. So you can say, let's say for every 1 rupee, or I would say every 2 rupee. So let's say for every 2 rupee which goes up, the price goes up, my stop loss also goes up. So for example, for example, this is the price you bought and this is your target and this is your stop loss. If your price 2 rupees goes up, your stop loss also goes 2 rupees up. Okay. So as soon as your price is going up, your stop loss goes higher and higher and higher. Okay, so that's how you can try to get maximum amount of it. But in intraday, I would suggest you, there is a lot of advantages also in intraday, because in intraday what I have seen is, there is minimum fluctuations like 0.5%. you see sudden spike. So let me just show you guys. So if you go on Reliance today only, I'll show you the 5 minutes chart. Okay, imagine you took a trade here and you see the minimum fluctuation, suddenly it goes down around from 75 to 1939. So you see minimum 1.5% percentage, 2% movements are there. So during this time, what will happen when you keep this trailing stop loss? Suddenly it goes up, your stop loss goes up, and suddenly when it turns, your stop loss will hit. If your stop loss is not higher than your trailing stop loss is not higher than your buy price, then obviously it will be a loss for you guys. So that one disadvantage is there in intraday, but I would say this is more stronger in positional trading actually. For example, you're holding for few days thinking Reliance is gonna go top. You can capture trailing stop loss based on support and resistance. So wherever the stock took a support and took a dip and again went up, next time take that dip as your stop loss, trailing stop loss. So you manually go edit, because you see we don't have an option for trailing stop loss here. I didn't find it, I've never found it. So let's say CNC I'm trading. Yes, you can put a target, let's say 5 rupees, 5% target, 5% stop loss. As and when the stock goes up to 5%, I don't want to book 5%, I want more money. So I will try to bring my stop loss above. I'll try to lock my profit to 2%, 3%. So manually I can do in positional trading, because you have enough time. Like I showed you in 1 day chart, if you can look at your supports, like how Reliance has taken supports. So you see it went up, it took a support, went up. So support becomes my next stop loss. So from these levels, later I change here. Then I took my support as the stop loss over here. Then next rally it came down and went up. So this is my support. So this is my stop loss. Later it went up and came down and went up. So this was my stop loss. So I am only trailing my stop loss manually in terms of CNC, which makes more sense. But in terms of intraday, it is a little bit challenging, because remember, when the big players know that there are a lot of retailers are putting 1% stop loss, 0.5% stop loss, it's easy for them to clear out those entries so that the stock can continue to go up journey. So these type of things you can face around. So be very careful in terms of stop losses in intraday. It will be very fluctuating. Your stop loss will hit and later you would have seen the stock going up towards your target. So trailing stop loss over there, it may not help you. Important area where you have to use your trailing stop loss is in a trending market. For example, this market is going up, Nifty is going up, or the stock is going up. Keeping a trailing stop loss will help you. But if market is going sideways and stock is going sideways, when you understand it is going sideways, if you put a trailing stop loss, stock goes up, your stop loss also comes up. When the stock comes down for the second swing, it will touch your trailing stop loss. So therefore, if you feel the stock is going in an uptrend, or the market is in an uptrend, or trending, or if it is going in downtrend also, you can do no problem. But if market is going sideways, trailing stop will never help you, because it will hit your stop losses most of the time. Okay, so be very wiseful. There are advantages also. You can lock your profits. There is a disadvantage if you don't enter into a proper market trailing stop loss. Also, choosing your trailing stop loss levels, like how I showed you the supports, also matters. If you take in the wrong area, if you just go by calculation, by every stock I will keep 5 rupees as my stop loss, it will not go like that. Every stock goes based on percentage. So if you see these stocks move, for example, 2%, 3%, even though the stock price is 1800 and if it is 6,657, the percentage movement is important, not 5 rupees. On this 49 rupees stock, 5 rupees is a very big movement, and 1800 rupees stock, 5 rupees is a very small movement. So if you don't go by percentage, it is very difficult. And also looking at supports and putting below your support is where I would consider as my stop losses for trailing stop loss, basically, because if support is breaking somewhere, the stock tends to come down. So trying to close your trade over there is more safer for you guys. Before that, it can anytime touch your, so for example, today it could have hit a stop loss of this. All right, hopefully tomorrow either it can break if market falls, or else it can continue to go up. So this one becomes your next support. So I will try to push my trailing stop loss to, I'll edit it to further up. So hope this particular topic has helped you guys, trailing stop loss. So I did this particular video because a lot of people didn't know much about this trailing stop loss. So yes, you have, like I told, you have it in a bracket order. You can put a trailing stop loss. I would not recommend personally because I have had a bad experience with it. But for positional, I would definitely recommend. You don't have an automatic button over here, but you have to manually go and edit your stop loss value, modify it. So this is how you can lock in your profits. So hope this video was an add-on to your knowledge. So if you like this video, please hit that like. See you soon in my next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.